Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing fine and safe at your home. So let's start today's class. So students, what we were doing in our previous class, you remember that? I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. What we were doing. Let me show you a question related to that. Then you will be able to see and recall what we have done in our previous class. Let me briefly explain if you forgot that. In the previous class we did about triangles and its properties. We were doing various properties which triangle holds. Okay, here is a question in front of you which is related to that. You have to answer that. Are the exterior angles formed at each vertices of a triangle equal? Read the question carefully and try to answer it. Yes, I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. The question says that exterior angles, what were the exterior angles? Which are angles which are formed outside of the triangle. So what they are asking, are the exterior angles formed at each vertex of a triangle equal? I explained the previous class also that the answer could be, the answer is not proper because if there would be some condition applied, like if they might have given this triangle is an isosceles triangle or this is an equilateral triangle, then we could answer it in yes or no. Now we are not not clear because the triangle is not given here. If there would be equilateral triangle, then we are sure that all the vertices would be same. If there would be isosceles, then two vertices would be same but third would be different. In scalar also the vertices would not be same. So there are different three answers from different type of triangles. So we could say it, the answer could be male. Okay, so yes, let's move further. So students, what are you observing in this image? You can see two triangles. There is a comparison type of thing in between these. What you are noticing from them? In the first one, they have done what? They have shown that, yes, you are guessing it right. They have shown that the sides are equal to each other, like AB is equal to BC and BC is equal to AC. That shows that it is holding some property. It is some type of a triangle which you have to identify which type of triangle it is. Also in the second image, they have shown that they are also having angles which are equal to each other. This is what you have to explain, that which type of triangle it is. Yes, you can think about it. You might be aware of it, but most of you might not be aware of it. It could be the new concept for you. Yes. Okay. So this is the two types of triangles which we would be learning today. That is equilateral triangle and isosceles triangle. In that condition, we are having angles and sides equal to each other. Also in isosceles, we are having two sides and two angles equal to each other. So this is what our today's topic is. Let me write the topic on the board first. Let me zoom my screen. So today's topic is, we would be doing two types of triangle, that is equilateral triangle, also, and isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do in today's class. This is the topic for our today's class. Let's move further now. We would be first understanding about the triangles, types of triangles. First of all, let me tell you the learning outcomes for today. After the completion of this class, you would be able to identify or define the types of special triangles which we use in our daily basis life also, or any concept related to triangle, that those are isosceles and equilateral. Then you would be able to identify the equilateral and isosceles triangle. then you would be able to differentiate between equilateral triangle and isosceles triangle. You would definitely be appreciating the use of special triangles in real life. Then you can solve the problems which is related to equilateral and isosceles triangle in this class. Okay, so let's start today's class. So what are these two special type of triangles? Those are equilateral and isosceles. First of all, we would be understanding about the equilateral one, which I shown you in the picture before. You can observe that they are showing that. Let me draw here for better understanding. In the first image, you can observe that they have drawn a triangle. Now you have to measure it. Like, let us suppose I'm taking it 12 centimeter, then I'm taking it again 12 centimeter over here. I'm drawing that from the downward so that I'm able to achieve my triangle measurement properly. Yes, here I will be obtaining that is 12 centimeter again. So you can observe that I have drawn the isosceles triangle here. Let me increase my little bit size of the screen. You can see that I have drawn the triangle which is having what? Which is having equal side. That means this side is equal to this side is equal to this, and this is equal to this. So the three of the sides are equal, which is the property of an equilateral triangle. So this is an equilateral triangle. Okay. In this case, what we see is the sides of a triangle is equal to each other. Also, the angles are also equal to each other. That means they are holding 60-degree angle. In this case also, we can observe that they are having 60-degree angle. So we can say that sides are equal. Also, angles are equal. Okay. So this is how we can understand the concept of equilateral triangle. You can read the line which is written downwards. That is a triangle in which all the three sides are equal in length. Also, they are having same or equal angles also. Okay, then we can say that it is holding a property of isosceles. Then we can call them as equilateral triangles. Okay, now let's move further. You would be solving this now. You have to just answer in true or false. We conclude that in an equilateral triangle, you have to say, does it hold these two properties? Just read the question by yourself, then I'll be reading for you. Yes. The first point says that all sides have same length. Do you agree with this? All the sides of an equilateral triangle have same length, and each angle has measurement of 60. What do you think? They're having measurement of 60? Yes. If you are thinking the answer is true, then you are absolutely correct. The answer is true because all the sides are having same length. Also, the measurement is 60-degree because we know each angle is equal to each other, and we have also drawn it that how 60 degrees equally divided, because we know the sum of the interior angles making 180-degree. So if we are splitting 180-degree into three types or three equal values, that would be 60-degree. So we can say that it is holding measurement of 60-degree. Okay. Now I hope you have understood the reason why it is 60-degree. Yes. So now here's an activity in front of you, but you can observe from this image. I'm giving you a few seconds. You can think about it. You can observe that this image is showing that two things. In first image, they have shown that one side is equal to the another one. that is xy is equal to the xz. Then what is shown in the second image? Observe it carefully. Yes, what you are observing here? Okay, let me perform it for you if you are not very clear with it. Yes. Here you can see that in the second image, they have applied a line. Let me show you a triangle. I also cut the triangle in this shape, that is triangular shape on itself. Paper I have been cut. You can also do same. Okay, while sitting at home, you can cut the shape of a triangle, paper in a shape of a triangle. Now what you can do is you have to fold it from the center. Okay, you would be folding it from the center. Now what you can observe, a crease line has been made here, isn't it? What do you think that what this line is? The way they have shown in the email, you can see here right hand side, that line shows that this triangle is having the same sides, equal sides, which are opposite to each other. But the base is also dividing into two equal parts, isn't it? So we can say that it is kind of a midpoint of this triangle. This is the condition of an isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is what I want to show is, if we are having two sides, okay, let me clear it just for blood. Yes, if we are having triangle which is having two sides equal to each other, if we are doing partition of this, we are checking the midpoint of it, we can observe that these two lines are, or sides are equal to each other. Also the base is divided into two equal parts. If I am opening it, we can see that this base is equal to this, so it is divided into two halves. Okay, so this is a condition, or we can say this is the property held by isosceles triangle, in which you can observe from the image as well. It is having two sides equal to each other, and it is dividing, its midpoint is dividing the base into two equal halves. Now what does this statement say, which is written in the last? A triangle in which two sides are of equal length. A triangle in which two sides are of equal length is called an isosceles triangle. Now I hope you have got an idea what are the isosceles triangle. When we are noticing that two sides of a triangle are equal to each other, that means it is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so now answer this question. In an isosceles triangle, two sides have same length. Base angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. Two sides have same length. Yes, we have, you know, uh, cleared this thing by giving a proof also, that how we can say that sides are having equal lengths by doing that activity. Also, what about the base? Base angles are also, opposite angles are also equal. Yes, because we can see that sides are same. Definitely the angles formed here would be same. Okay, so the answer would be yes. If you have answered yes, so congratulations, you have answered it right. Okay, let's move further. Now, what do you think that how we can solve this question? What are you inferring from this question? You have to find the angles. Also, you have to find the value of x in this figure. How you can find the value of x? I'm giving you some time to think about it and tell me how we can solve it. Any idea? Let me give you a hint. You have to do what? You have to apply the property which we have done for two type of triangles. You can apply that directly and solve it. Okay, let me solve it with you then, if you are getting confused. Yes. First of all, we will be drawing this angle. you can see here, they have given us the angle x here. The size 40 degrees the size. Yes. Now I have drawn a angle here. Then they have given us the angle, another angle that is 40 degree. Let me increase the size. Yes. This is 40 degree angle. Now they have shown us that this line is, this side is equal to the this side. Let me give the names also. They haven't, but it would be easy for us to solve. Now this side is equal to this. So what does which of the triangle hold this property when we are having two sides equal to each other? What do you think? Okay, let me ask from the options. Is it an equilateral or is it an isosceles? Yes, you are thinking it right. It is an isosceles because in equilateral the third side should also be same. Okay, so we can use that property that it is an isosceles triangle in which we know that opposite sides are equal. Now what we can do is we can find the value of x. Now we in the last question also we discussed that two angles are equal. That means we can say that x is, if the angle B is x, then angle A would also be x. Can we say that? Yes, because it is a property of an isosceles where we know that let me write here that angle B, we don't need to write let. Okay, let me directly write it here. That is angle B is equal to x, which we already know, which is equal to angle A. So that means that if angle B is having value x, then angle A is also having value x. Okay, then we would be moving further. Now we would be writing it as, we know that sum of interior angles is equal to 180 degree. We would be applying that, which we done in previous class, angle sum property. Okay, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree. How it is 180 degree? Angle sum property. If you forgot it, it is the sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degree. In the last lesson only we did it. Now we would be following this line now. That is angle A. We are not sure about that. We are sure now because we have given this condition. Angle B is equal to x. Then angle A is equal to x. So we can write angle A as x. Then angle B as again x. Then what about the angle C? That is already given to us 40. And here it would be 180. Now how we can solve it? We would be adding x. The x, then 40 degree, 180 degree, then 2x is equal to 180 minus 40, that is 140 degree. X is equal to 140 degree by 2, that would be equal to 70 degree. So now we can see that B is equal to x, that means the value of B would be 70. Also we know that at angle A is equal to x, that means angle A would also be 70 degrees. So now this is how we can find both the angles of this question. Okay. So yes, let's see the next question now. What they have asked us to solve in this question. They have said that find the angles x and y in the figure. Now I'm giving you few seconds to solve, or you can think first, then we would be solving it together if you are not able to. Yes, just think about it and we'll be solving it. Now you can see this figure also, we would be solving it. Now which property we could apply? Again the isosceles one. because we are not sure about the third side. Third side is not given to us, so we can solve it with an isosceles property. We are clear that it is an isosceles property. Now we have also done the Anderson property. We would be also applying it, right? We would be writing it as angle. There is no angle given here, so we can directly write it as y plus x plus 120 equal to 180 degree. This is what we already done in our previous class, that the sum of the interior and the exterior is equal to 180 degree. So now what we can conclude is, we know that now we would be applying isosceles triangles property, that is the angle you can observe. Let me draw here only, then you can understand it quite better. First of all, we would be applying the Anderson property. Like here, you can see that x, y, this side equal to this, and this is the 180 degree. Now, what we can do is, we know that if two sides are equal, the angles are also equal to each other. We can write in the place of y, let us suppose we write x is equal to y with isosceles property, isosceles triangle. We can directly write it as isosceles triangle. Then we can write it as x plus x plus any angle which is not equal to us. We can write it as 20 equal to 180. Then 2x plus 120 is equal to 180. Then 2x is equal to 60. X is equal to 30 degree. So regard the angle 30 degree here. This is also 30 degree. So this is how we can solve the question. So now I hope you can solve the question which is related to the class without any confusion. So now let us conclude our today's class. So first of all, we did two types of special triangles. What were those? Those were an equilateral triangle and isosceles. In case of equilateral triangle, we know that all the sides are equal. Also, all the angles are equal, which are making value or angle of 60 degree each of the angle. Then what about the isosceles triangle? In this case, we know that two sides are equal. Also, the two angles are equal with each other. This is what the isosceles triangle property holds. Okay. Then you have to find this question. I'm giving you time to think about it. If you are thinking it in this manner, then you are able to solve the problems related to these two type of questions. The first one is, what would be the first step? You can see from the direct image that it is looking like an right angle triangle. Yes, so we can directly say that it is 90 degree angle without even solving it. But you have to also solve with the property of isosceles, that is the sum of interior angles would be equal to 180 degree. Okay, so you can easily solve this question as well. So now this is a homework in front of you. You have to solve these questions. It is again related to the question related to isosceles and equilateral. You can easily find the value of x in these questions. I have given you idea about one question, and you can now easily solve it by using the properties of equilateral and isosceles triangles. Okay. So here's an activity which is in front of you. You have to take the clay and make the shapes of the objects which are available at your home. You have to compare them with the isosceles and equilateral triangle. You can read the property carefully and do it and enjoy this activity. It is quite an interesting. So thank you, students. Thank you so much for giving attention. This is done. That's all for today's class. Thank you, students.